Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to another show of Men at the Bar. Today's topics are hot and just off the chart. We're gonna hit on a lot of touchy things. If you hit us on Facebook and subscribe to YouTube and Facebook. Today I'm special guest and co-host Corey, Anthony, and Ron.
I have what he's drinking. I have one of those.
What's going on, fellas? Today is a happy day. Today, you know, Titans are going to be on going to the Super Bowl, and next in a couple of weeks, Nashville's gonna be off the chain.
Yeah, we're going bowling. We're going bowling. Super bowling.
But yeah, hey, special shout out to everyone. Martin Luther King Day is coming up.
Yeah.
Hey, take time out to represent and appreciate Black history and all our Black icons that we have, and great, people that motivate us, and we share that on Martin Luther King Day just to show love and respect. So take time out, share it with your kids, talk with your kids, talk with your relatives, and keep that tradition going. Corey, what's going on, bro?
Man, just trying to get it in, man. Just trying to get it in.
Hey, quick question.
What's that?
What you think about Jay-Z and Yo Gotti?
Yeah.
Yo
Yeah.
Gotti. Suing the prison system and actually had the bravery of going after the prison system in Mississippi.
Well, you know what I mean? The system they're going after, I've seen some videos. They've snuck some videos out of the facility, and I tell you what, man, them boys, I understand it's prison.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it ain't supposed to be a country club. I get all that.
Right.
But there is a such thing of inhumane treatment of people.
Right.
But if you ain't gonna give them, you gonna let them live in water, with water on the floor, and they among their own trash and their own waste.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem. Jay-Z has been an advocate lately of the Black cause. You know what I mean? He's taken on a lot of fights. You know, he's becoming that guy. Just like the little kid that refused to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Mm-hmm.
It was Jay-Z who sent an attorney down there to get that cleared up.
But you think by his celebrity, being a celebrity status that he has, does he get more influence, or does he get more aspect as far as, you know, people paying attention, you know, getting that spotlight out? Do you think he has that ability to do that by being who he is?
I do think he has that platform. However, if Jay-Z suing you, opposed to me suing you, you realize his money long.
Right.
His money long. It ain't gonna go away.
Right.
You gonna have to address it.
Right.
Me, you might gonna try to starve me out. he got 2 paychecks, and that's gonna be that on it.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? But he's a force to be reckoned with because of the money he has behind him.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's what I was just going to touch on. I mean, like you said, you versus Jay-Z. But, you know,
it wouldn't even be a conversation. If it was me, it wouldn't even be a
Right.
conversation.
Any one of us. But, you know, you think about, okay, you say Jay-Z. Now you go along with, who else? Damon Dash and all the other celebrities that's part of
Yo Gotti in it.
that whole Rockefeller or whatever their, you know, their record labels is, and their inner circles. So, you know, you're gonna have that much more.
They have more influence.
Influences as
you
well,
were saying.
influential people.
Right. Well, just like you got for a certain like NFL players or NBA players that get out, have certain programs they start or touch on certain subjects as far as either be a political or a social problem that may be going on, that their influence gets more attention than the average person. Like if I was to start a food drive, me just starting it would be very much harder for me to get it going because I would have to gain that popularity with certain individuals.
Right.
And like Michael Jordan was to show up, and the press would be there, and
Exactly.
you know,
just because
Michael
of Jordan,
right?
Yeah.
So it's I think I think it's a good cause, but at the same time, like he said, I never looked at prison as far as being a country club because I think they have it. To me, in a lot of ways, prisons today have came a long way, but you know, you taking one person out of one society and put them in another, which they can adapt, and it doesn't become a problem. I remember back in my time, you know, I was just shit. You tell me I'm going to jail. I'm scared. You know,
Right.
but a lot of these jokers, man, they.
I know I got 3 hots in the cot.
Right, I got family members there. I got
family reunion.
Yeah, a couple of dudes I know. I mean, but it's I think today's them touching on it, I think I give them the utmost respect, especially for Mississippi, which has been the cornerstone of, you know, racism and you know, just that a lot of bad memories.
I'm glad you hit that racism because prison don't know no color.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Now, however, not racial colors,
Mhm.
but prison has become so much more dangerous and violent because of the gangs the gang members that in the homeboys that are locked up and they click up and, you know what I mean? Just because we're in here don't mean what we had going out on the streets ended.
Right.
It continues in here.
Right.
So it's sad that there's been inmates that have lost their lives. It's sad that, you know what I mean, they're living in those conditions. But you know what I mean, playing devil's advocate, one gonna say, it's prison.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's prison.
It's prison. What you expect it to be?
Exactly.
So yeah. Like I said,
Absolutely.
I give them the most respect to touch on that and to actually approach it to this degree, and I hope better things come out of it at the end of the day. And I hope these prisoners will be able to appreciate it because somebody's actually fighting for them, which they've been thrown to the side, throw it out of society, you know. In the eyes of our society, we know they've just been thrown to the curb, you know, or thrown to the wayside. So, and what you got?
Well, for the most part,
Besides playing with your damn phone.
that and man, say I'm super excited about my Titans.
Oh,
I don't care.
man.
We finna ride it till the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
Cause we've always had to hear, the Cowboys. Oh, we going to the Super Bowl. I ain't going no further than the Cereal Bowl.
But
New
all
England
teams
Patriots.
say we're going to.
Look, no more than them.
That is why you play the game.
No more than them. But
That is why you play the
and
game.
then we have to deal with these cheaters and killers on the back porch up under the Christmas lights over here. But
I
you know,
talking about y'all.
I guess, you know.
yeah, that part.
We always hate on
all of that. Yeah. I mean, keep it real. Spygate, fall inflate, hell, anything you want. Okay.
Man,
Anyway, but no.
Could you tell Icon they better win? Could you tell him they better win?
They better. Man, they better
But
win.
anyway,
Hey, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you
Yeah.
a real question.
Okay.
What's the keys to a successful relationship?
Keys?
Yeah. The main, I would say,
got-
main components to having a successful relationship.
Communication, honesty, loyalty, good sex.
Okay, what if you only get 2 out of 5?
You go back to the drawing board.
I mean, in the beginning relationship, I think any relationship that you engage into, most of it will have to be consistent with a lot of communication to understand what, if I don't like hot wings, And if I don't say I don't like hot wings,
Mhm.
and you go cook hot wings, I can't get mad at you because you cooked hot wings.
Because
I
you didn't
never
say,
say-
you didn't say.
Right.
That's
So I think
yeah.
if I say I don't like hot wings, y'all have to continue to eat cook hot
Here it
wings.
come. Here it come.
But see, here it is, though, man. All relationships, I don't care where they start, where they come from, and how you met. All relationship consists of us telling each other lies for the first 3 months.
Right,
That's basically what it boils down
That
You know, you might hate black, but if she like black, that's my
That's
favorite
my
color.
favorite color. Well, that's my other favorite color.
You like you said, you might not like hot wings, but if she like hot wings, for 3 months, you know.
I'm having that glass
It
of
is
milk
what
right
it is.
there.
For the first 3 months, we telling each other lies. And she lying too. You know? She love to cook. She keep a clean house. You know what I mean? Whatever you want it, it's right here for you.
Right.
She lying too. So once we get that part of it out the way, then things can progress. And the smart part is trying to figure out what is bullshit.
What?
Right.
Yeah. Or how much bullshit is to the limit?
You know what I mean? What is
It's
bullshit?
limited.
Hold on, man. Hey, I've been over there 10 times and ain't never smelled nothing on the stuff.
Damn,
Like water boiling
the
or
microwave bowl.
Man, all I see is Swanson and
Damn, all these damn TV dinner boxes.
we always going out to eat.
And
We
look,
always warming up something.
look,
Well,
I
let me
see
ask
a
you-
whole lot of ramen
Okay,
noodle
let me get off this
packages.
though. Do men find aggressive women attractive or find them intimidating?
On certain things. Only on certain things.
Well, it depends on that individual. What you
I mean, if you used
Declare
to having
as a
that kind of like a sheltered social life, like you go out but you don't go out, but you attend stuff but you meet her and she's like constant on the go. Hey, we need to go to this party. We need to go there. We need to go there. You be like, damn. And then, as far as being aggressive, as far as always pulling you left, always pulling you right.
They could be social, considered to be a social butterfly. She might be a social butterfly and you might be at the house. See, what I consider aggressive is, hey, we talking. And she say, nah, we go together. That's aggressive. That's aggressive. You know what I mean?
Okay, check this out. Okay, check this out. One of our fans that watching said depends on upbringing. Billy was Beats said it depends on upbringing. Bex. He said it depends on, I guess, being brought up, how you was raised.
Oh, well, I mean, that's like if you met a tomboy or something.
A
tomboy. I mean,
I don't-
like a tomboy girl, like to slap you and shit, walk up and just slap you and shit. That's playing to her.
They drag you out your collar.
Right, to her, that's foreplay,
Man up.
I mean, it depends on.
That's being a bully.
Yeah.
It depends on the situation, man. You know what I mean? Again, aggressiveness can be considered as bossiness too. You know what I mean? If you say, hey, I'm going to church, cool, go to church. Ain't you gonna get up? Ain't you gonna put some clothes on? Ain't you going to church? Now, we ain't established that. That's a problem.
Well, that sounds like the woman taking charge of the relationship, and you had
That's
no
aggressive.
choice. You had no choice. We eat meatloaf. Well, we ain't talking about eating meatloaf. We eat meatloaf. Okay, I guess we eat meatloaf.
I got a good friend, man, and I was at his house one day, and we sitting up, and I ain't gonna call his name because I don't want to get him in trouble.
Right.
But we sitting at his house, and the doorbell ring, and he looks out the peephole, and it's his gal, it's his girlfriend. I said, man, you gonna open the door? He said, nah. I said, why not? He said, she knows to call me before she cuts pop up over you. I ain't gonna deal with that. 15 minutes later, his phone rang. I was at your house. I know. Well, why didn't you let me in? You didn't call
first.
Then you come back. Click. See, that's how some men deal with that type of aggression. You know what I mean? Sometimes
That sounds
it
like training. That's like getting the water bottle squirt that day.
No.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. I mean, they say opposites attract, and that's good to daddy. But I think you just have to find what you can deal with and what you can't deal with, because some people can be over aggressive. Some men can be over aggressive, which we call possessive. But so,
and that's more defined. Usually, when it is the man, that's what is more defined. That possessive, abusive, obsessed.
Well, that's
You can't be aggressive as a man. You only can be a harasser as a man. That's harassment.
We're right.
Well, that's
You're right.
harassment.
Exactly.
That's just the double standard that we have in our society. You know, men are always labeled one way, and women are always labeled this way. And they can be doing the same thing, but it's just approach different.
Yeah. And like I said, it's defined, just like you said, it's harassment, and which is crazy. But okay, so look, check this out. And this was an idea that somebody pitched it to me, and I actually thought about it.
Briefs.
No, you know, say for instance, you know, you and your girl, you know, you break up or whatnot. Now you've broken up. Now she's allowed to throw all kind of shots, shade, whatever towards you. Oh, he was sorry in bed. He wasn't dressing worth nothing till I came along. This, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? But now when you start throwing back your shots, now because both of y'all have inside scoop. Now you throwing back shots. Well, hell, you didn't half-ass clean up. You didn't. I had to beg you to cook a piece of bologna. But now, right, she become the victim.
Well, she was going. It was okay.
That's just like we were saying earlier. Well, that's just like we were saying earlier. It's the double standard. Men are directed in this way. Women are directed in this way. Even though they're going in the same, could be going in the same direction, but they just label different. How men are labeled will always be to the point where we have to, we always have to maintain our attitude. We have to maintain our position. We have to, you know, approach everything in a, which some people say a manly way, which would be, you know, not to say anything, you know, hold back, which she can just wild out, be in the middle of the street, burning shit, set shit on fire, and
stab a tire,
right, you know, fuck up the car, you know, cussing, hollering, screaming, but that they look at them as like, oh, that's what I see why she acting like that, because he did this, he did that. But if he does that,
the man's fault.
If he does that, helicopters are called, SWAT team is at the door. I mean, it's just, as men, we always have to remember that we're always going to be in a position where we're going to be approached differently, and things are going to be handled differently. So we will always have to maintain ourselves as individuals, and sometimes just fucking bite our lip. We have to.
Yeah.
You know, we just have to bite our lip and just fade away, just move on, and hopefully none of it don't follow us.
But let me ask you this: Do you personally feel like that's fair?
The life ain't fair.
No, that was not my question.
It's not necessarily about fairness.
Yeah.
It's about society.
But that's always the thing that comes forward.
Here, though, as a grown man, I'm not finna go back and forth with you on Facebook, social media, your friends, whatever. And believe me, if I've been doing what I'm supposed to be doing, your friends are going to call me.
Because
they're going to ask me.
Because you know what? I think the women do act that way to get that support, that you know, that team of individuals say, yeah, and they, you know, get people on her side to be more on her side than anything. That's why I think they play the victim more, or they make themselves be more of that, you know, being the one that got hurt, the one that got done wrong or whatever, and get more people on their team to say, yeah, girl, you right for doing this, and yeah, he's full of shit, da. And as men, I mean, I always basically was the type to I don't know. I just stand my ground because I know who got me. You know.
It's
So,
about moving
right.
in your lane, and like I said, you know what? When a woman does that, you can say, "Well, it's about her getting her support system."
Mm-hmm.
And man, that's her making an announcement to the world. I'm single. I'm single.
Well, that's
You know, there's a couple of guys making them posts like, "Whoa!"
I was just waiting on this moment. So, girl, how you doing?
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
Like I said, it was brought up to me like, cause you know, somebody recently going through a situation.
well, I mean,
and-
it just says men. You have to. I feel like this. If you gonna break over someone, it also goes back to how aggressive she's gonna be.
Is she gonna be carrying Lady Rage?
That is the one that we're gonna have to put the car in the garage and leave it outside.
I mean,
you know,
I mean, breaking up with somebody and saying, "Hey, no," breaking up with them in public and breaking up with her in a closed room could be a different outcome. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Wow.
so that it ain't you, it's me. Don't work on it.
No, I don't think that works on everybody because they'll say, well, you know, because you might get a chicken shit. You in a closed room, hell.
Hey,
it's
she
about to go
aggressive.
down.
You try to break up with him, and you got your mind made up. You gone, and you give it a speech. Next thing you know, you in council.
You better do it through a text.
You in the council.
You better do it through text.
Man, y'all still together? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always the head drop.
We trying to make it work.
Right.
You in council, ain't you?
Yeah. You just sitting on that long sofa couch or whatever. Well, today started out good.
Corey, let me ask you something. Do you think black men can take criticism without taking it personal or being offensive by it?
I think we could take it. You know,
'Cause that-
it depends on the individual.
Because you know that criticism can be broke down as being judgmental.
It depends on where it's coming from. If it's coming from a loving place and it's somebody I respect, one of my homeboys I respect, and he said, "Hey man, you did this or you should have did this, or man, you moving the wrong way," then I can take a look at it and say, well, maybe I can. But it's a defense mechanism in everybody that's breathing.
So a bit more like a pride thing.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a pride thing. It's a pretty much mind your own damn business thing.
Right. How
You
you
know?
how you gonna judge me?
Hey,
I know you.
That's gonna be the first. That's gonna be the first thing.
You
Like,
know?
man, you coming at me with? Didn't you just do
The Zach
exhibit A, exhibit B? Hey, how you come over here? Man, you don't get your ass waiting
Now
over here.
it's called slip of the mind
Yeah.
syndrome.
But that what makes it hard for your homeboys to tell you when you fucking up.
But just like
Yeah.
part of the
That
conversation
that right
we
there
were
makes
having
it hard
earlier.
for you to tell your homeboys, "Hey man, you fucking up, you wild." And if your partner really care about you, and he call yourself your homeboy, your friend, or whatever, or even family, they gonna tell you about yourself, and they should be able to tell you about yourself without the backlash.
Oh, just
Okay,
get,
okay,
just
But
get
what if it's that
defensive.
homeboy Zilla that's not doing something but see his partner fucking up and he go to him and that partner still get pissed off?
Well, he said his piece. Now he can say, "I told him,
yeah, I
I
did.
did what I had to do.
Right,
I did what I did." Now he know not to call me with that
that
got me down here speech. You know? Now he know I ain't putting no money on the Now he know I ain't coming down.
I ain't that
here.
one.
You
Right.
know?
Well, I mean,
So
yeah,
exactly that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey,
I've said my piece. He didn't take it. It's on him. He on his own. But again, a lot of us don't like to be judged. Because all of us consider ourselves to be grown-ass men. I'm going to do me, you do you. But a lot of times we do things that need to be judged.
Need to be judged.
And
Yeah.
if somebody's willing to check you on it, like, hey,
I mean,
man,
especially if somebody see you going down the wrong path, and
Right.
I would never like really consider myself someone that you would socialize yourself with or a true friend. If I see you going, like, dude, if I don't say something, then how good of a friend I can really consider myself, because I'm not willing to step up and say, hey, man, don't open that damn door. I already know what's behind
Then
it.
they'll get mad at you when you do it.
Don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
But see, the point he trying to make is when he don't say nothing, he better be putting some money on the book.
Exactly.
He better be
gotta be out there, going down there for
he
Sunday
better-
visits.
He better be
and
going at the house and mowing the yard for me.
Right.
Because he had a chance to
to
tell
say
me.
something, but he didn't. Now, if you say something, now you have that option whether you listen
Or not.
follow suit, or man, you don't leave me alone, go to hell on. Hey,
See, usually them go to hell on, turn into a down the road. Man,
damn, you told me.
Yeah.
Damn, you
Yeah,
told me.
you told me.
Damn, you told me.
You told
I
me.
should have listened. Well, no, you should have, but you didn't. So now we got circumstance X, Y, Z,
Oh, well, yeah.
and it's just that right there. I know. But it's kind of like that conversation we were having earlier.
Let me ask you a question.
I didn't do it. I wasn't here.
How old are you? How old are you? How old are you?
25.
Lie.
45.
I say from 25 to now, with how much of yourself have you seen change, or are you still pretty much the same individual, but you've grown a little bit?
No, I've seen
and your surroundings.
me personally, I've seen myself grow a lot from the time I was.
It must be.
Really?
It must be mentally, because you still the same.
Hey,
That was long. Yeah, that was long. I'm in here Titan fans, though, so yeah.
You know, not everybody look at a piece of bread and gain 30 pounds. So, but it's okay. You know. But anyway, so. But I can definitely see from where I was at 25, being at that time being a student at Lane College, historically black college, till now, where my first off going to college that late, I took a detour. I went to the military first, so I jumped from a high school kid to growing up, being a real grown up really fast versus that 4-year span of going to college first.
So do you think that you being in the military gave you that edge of maturity? Because all men mature differently,
Right.
depending on their environment, and then what they're exposed to, and then at the same time, who they are, how the way they think. So
Yeah.
it's and that's why I asked you first, because I know you went to the military, straight, and then was the military a big influence of changing the way you think? And then that carried on to now.
Yeah, it did, because me myself, I was faced with decisions that I had to make at an earlier age than quote unquote would have been normal. So at 18, I'm making decisions. I'm having to try to judge decisions that normally I probably wouldn't make until I'm 23, 24, 25 years old. At that age, worrying about my credit score. So I want to buy a house later, or think about at some point I'm gonna want to bring a wife and kids into my life. Do I want to bring them into my life, and I got a rap sheet as long as I afford it, or do I want to bring somebody into my life that I don't even have any family ties, that I can pick up the phone and call my sister, call my mom. So, it was a lot of things that changed, that got me from there to now, that I'm able to
Corey,
make a better choice.
How was you? From
Well,
the
you know what I mean?
early
You know what
80s.
they say.
I say 25. Starting off.
You know what they say. You know what I mean? With age come wisdom. So a lot of things I wish I could have done differently. I wish I could have a do-over, or as they say in the golf game, a mulligan. I wish I could, do some things over, but I've gotten a lot wiser. Now my brain likes to tell me I'm 17, but my body said, "Yeah, you 40. you 40 plus. It is what it is.
That's
You know what I mean?" But again, I wish I could have done. You know what I mean? It's maturity. When you're 21, 22 years old, there's no way you can be mature than what you are at 35, 40. Now, don't get it wrong. There's some cats out here that missed that boat.
Still, yeah.
But for the normal person, wisdom brings change, and change is always positive.
You got a comment?
Yeah. Paul's son, what our viewer said, his maturity came from pain, not age.
Well,
Don't know if I quite understand that, but
The growing pain, you know, from
going through certain situations will make you mature as far as your life, as far as what is it you're exposed to. Because some people's lives are hard.
Yeah.
right.
I mean, they consider a hard nut life. So it's more or less, I think, it's the trials and tribulations that we get exposed to either toughen us up to where we have to mature, where some people have a comfortable life where their maturity goes at a steady pace, because they don't have any worries, they don't have any responsibilities, they don't have any outstanding situations that may happen, they don't deal with any trauma of any kind. So I think each person, but I truly believe that I think God put us in our positions if you feel like he wouldn't put you in something he honestly feel that you couldn't handle, but it may take you some time to understand it and get through it, because some people are stronger going through trauma, and then some people
It builds their character in them.
because I don't have any regrets. I mean, honestly, thinking that everything that I have been through, if I didn't go through it, I wouldn't be the awesome dude that I am now.
who told you that?
Yeah, who told you were awesome? Who signed that contract?
But hey, I think honestly, that maturity truly comes, and I think it's also for us parents, for our kids, we also have a responsibility to groom that that maturity also. Making the individuals responsible for themselves and everything else. So, but we're gonna wrap it up, and thank y'all for showing up and showing out. Hit us on our comments and hit us on Facebook and subscribe. Thank you. Much love. Peace. Men at the bar.